Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your weekly reading for January 12th to the 18th. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right in. Pisces, can I tell you something? You better network like you are a Girl Scout. This is your week. This is secretly your week, okay? And I'm going to tell you why. But just looking at what's going on for you, I'm like, Pisces, you better be on the phone. I don't care if it's a dial-up. I don't care if it's a mobile phone. It's a hologram phone you somehow got from the future. Doesn't matter. You better be this is going to be your week. I hope you see that. All right. And I hope that you are strapped in because you're serious about your goals now. You should be networking. If you're not a Pisces. Well, you probably won't be. But listen, here's the thing. This is you're in that mode. You're in Capricorn season, okay? You're using your hands a lot. You're pointing at charts, you're pointing at workers, do this, do that. You're being a boss. It's Capricorn season. You're riding the wave of last week's triple Kazemi. Okay, that includes the sun and Mars. As you know, they're all traveling together. They're still conjunct in your 11th house. And that's how excited I am. I'm knocking down charts and boards and stuff. Listen, this is your 11th house. The 11th house is your future. It's your future goals and aspirations and dreams, but it's also friendships. It's also your support system. It's networking. It's where you connect with people. That is where the concentration of energy is for you right now. But here's the surprise news I'm going to drop on you is that this week, it's all earth and water. That's it. But you whittle that down this week, it's only activity in 3 signs, which includes Capricorn, Taurus, and you. It's your week. Look at what's happening. Okay. So with all the Capricorn energy, yeah, you're going to feel grounded. You're going to be very pragmatic. And hey, you've got so much happening with Saturn in your sign, Neptune in your sign. You're going to be emotionally moved. You're going to feel driven. All right. So with that in mind, Monday, not even on the whiteboard, by the way, the blue asterisk, the best aspects of the week. Look at what's happening. Another great week. However, I am going to let you in on a little secret. Monday, January 12th, there's a little bit of money stuff. You've been going through money stuff. You got the sun, you got Venus, you got Mars. Remember, they're all traveling together through Capricorn, and they will square Chiron in Aries. So, as we know, that's the wounded healer. Remember, there's only one aspect, challenging aspect, planetary aspect that I said this month. We're past it now, okay? That's gone. That was January 1st. But Chiron isn't a planet. Chiron, as we know, is an asteroid. But and we talk about in the second spread, asteroids and lunations and planetoids, etc. But it's the wounded healer here. Okay, so old wounds being brought to the surface when it comes to money, because Aries rules your 2nd house of money. All right, so this is when you might feel a little, like not 100% at power. This is your motivation. You could feel like there's some emotional pressure points around this time. All right. But the good news is you got all these planets in Capricorn. Remember, Capricorn is fearless energy. And that's just a word, right? Remember, that's just fear doesn't exist. Fear is fiction. It's just a word for me to say this sentence to prove a point. But you got a gaggle of planets in Capricorn. So should anything come up this day, it may be questioning not only your leadership skills, but money and self-worth, self-value. This is when you become hard on yourself. But again, you've got Venus, you got Mars, you got the sun. They're all on your side. This is a chance for you to prove yourself, to change the way that you see yourself, to maybe reassess your values. There may be someone close, a mother, a female figure, a female boss. They could stir some things up. Sure, with this square, of course, Venus is involved. But this is your chance to heal. You got power to heal. The other thing is, this is your 2nd house, okay? There may be something here with material possessions, but there also maybe here, Mars is physicality. Yeah. So there may be something here with just the body. All right. So Mars in the square can be bumps and bruises, things like that. So sometimes we walk into sliding glass doors. Just be mindful of this day. Okay. Just it's happening here. All right. This can also conjure up feelings of, insecurity from the past. Like if you never had a leadership experience, but now you just got promoted at Wendy's or Staples, wherever you work, there's someone or something that again, question your leadership skills. So this is kind of like a test for you to prove that you are so empowered, right? You're standing up for yourself. You are that leader, right? With a clipboard. All right. So you're going to be fine. The other thing is the moon will be in Scorpio. And if you are a subscriber, I talk about the moon in Scorpio every month. It brings that intensity, right? The moon in Scorpio. So very likely you may have feelings here. All right. You're going to be changing the way that you see things. That's what's going to happen. However, the moon will trine Jupiter that is in Cancer. So what an emotional day, right? All the water signs, you being involved, all activated here. But remember, Jupiter in Cancer is your fifth. Jupiter is your planet, your ruler, your traditional ruler. Bring it home. Bring it home. This is all about joy and pleasure. That's your fifth house. So there's something really special this day emotionally for you. The moon was going to sextile Mercury and Mars and Capricorn as well. So what does that mean? You're going to be surrounded by friends. You may get opportunities or a tip or a heads up or something from friendships or groups you belong to. You're going to want to broaden your horizons, especially when it comes to true love and romance, intimacy, and then creative projects as well, family and children. But this is all about your transformation. It's a moon in Scorpio. Scorpio rules transformation. So this can be really deep of a day, all right? And you might be very expressive here. Then it's a moon in Scorpio too, so there's likely going to be some revelations. It's mostly looks like it's coming from within you, as in you're being honest with yourself about something here that brings you a lot of clarity and confidence. Okay, so that's it. This is all for you to discover you. All right, Pisces, you are my secret crush. And something's in my glasses. Gotta wipe that off. But we'll talk about this a lot more in the second spread. Okay. But that's just to give you a little bit of, heads up what we talk about in the second spread. And speaking of which, on Tuesday, January 13th, wow, you're going to have the moon opposite Uranus. So there's going to be some words exchanged because Mercury will also square Chiron. Mercury, the planet of communication, and maybe with some friends or family members. There could be some siblings involved with Uranus and Taurus. That would be your third house that we'll talk about in the second spread. Now, Wednesday, January 14th, you got Venus sextile Saturn. Thursday, January 15th, you got Venus trine Uranus. Wow. All right. This is amazing. You guys see this as a package deal. They're happening concurrently. You're going to feel this really strongly up until the weekend. That's how strong this energy is. Okay. This is a great example of divine timing because you got Venus, who was just reborn from last week's conjunction. She had a powwow with her cosmic lover, Mars, also reborn. And he's exalted. They're both in tip-top shape. Okay. They're on a whole other level that we haven't seen since 1993 was the last time this happened here with Mercury and Capricorn as well. All right. So again, this is bringing so much emphasis on networking. It's in your 11th house of networking. Venus, what does she do? She networks. She's social. This is love. This is relationships. This is your best friend. It's like, oh, have you met Marcus? He's single. He likes cats too. This is for you. Okay. This is for you. Now, here's the other thing. You got Venus meeting up with Saturn and Uranus. So two things here. One, Venus is all about business. She's a bit more formal in Capricorn. She met up with the sun, with Mars, with the North Node in your sun. By the end of the month, she'll meet up with Pluto. That's almost the entire solar system, and she's been negotiating for you. So, what's going to happen here? Saturn is in your sign. She's meeting up with Saturn in your sign. This is all you. This is all you, okay? She's fattening your bank account, your Venmo, your Zelle, whatever it is, because this is Venus. She's not just love, she's money too, right? There may be something here with creative projects. She brings business deals. She puts sparks in relationships. And she can bring you sliding doors moments if you're single, if you're looking. I mean, she's here with Uranus, a planet of surprises. So anything that your heart desires, you could see really solid potential and promise as long as you are committed. She's with Saturn. But remember, she's with Saturn in your sign. So committed with compassion. Remember, Saturn's a PE teacher this month. And so what is it? This is just defining or upgrading a relationship, a partnership, working on a long-term project, too. Whatever it is, it's got legs. Saturn is all about the long term. So this is great. It is not a Rachel Ross, will they, won't they situation. No, you're in or you're out, right? So this is when you are going to network. You're going to connect with people. You may join an organization, but it's all about your future, okay? And as you know, sextiles are windows of opportunity that reward effort, especially with Saturn. He stabilizes as long as you show up, and it's Venus. She's charming. She's magnetic. She's social. She wears red like this. So anyway, Saturn, yeah, he's in your sign and he's saying, sure, whatever you want, I'm going to help you build that bridge for your goals, your long-term values. But you have to be realistic, practical. There are boundaries. You need boundaries. You need to have a plan, all of that. And with Uranus, with Venus trine Uranus, wow, Venus is the ruler of Taurus, where Uranus is. Uranus is. She's at home here, is what I'm saying. Okay. She's got sway. And of course, Uranus and Taurus, that is, like I said, your third house of communication. So you got the planet of change and breakthroughs, Uranus, meeting up with Venus. So Uranus, of course, is going to say, duh, yeah, great. I will build you the door. All right. All you got to do is open it. But you've got to do something different. You've had the same routines, especially with money and relationships. Shake things up, be innovative, be authentically you, and evolve. And I'll give you the keys. And I'll even throw in security, right? So what does this mean? Uranus is breakthroughs, right? You may have a financial breakthrough. And sudden opportunity is very likely. You won't know unless you take action, right? You want to, I don't know, an artist, boyfriend, or you want a boss that wears, fedora hats. Go seek. You'll never know until you go out there and seek. You've got to take that action, okay? This is your third house of communication, of messages, surprise news, messages, things like that. This is going to be amazing for you. I really love this, all right? Just don't resist change. That's Uranus. He wants you to shake things up. You're in Capricorn season, which is all about growing up and outgrowing things. So as long as you think outside the box and most importantly, initiate change, there's great potential for you here. With money, relationships, new businesses. This is you getting things off their ground. There's your local community involved here. It's your third house. There's travel. A lot of y'all gonna be traveling, by the way, and teaching. There's online. Third house is the internet. There's social media is going to be a big thing for you. All right. You may get a message, a DM. You got your third and your 11th activated. Those both rule social media. You may have a post that goes viral. Put the things out there, okay? Do a video. of you doing that thing where you mark the height of your child on the wall. Whatever. It's just do something different, shake things up. All right. This is all about what your heart desires. Saturn is going to make, he's got to give you what you want. All right. He's in your sign. He's in your sign. And this is the last month. Okay. Well, you got 1 month left. All right. So just use him right now. Build something long lasting. Go open that door. Anyway, what else is happening? Oh yeah, a lot of focus on career, by the way. A lot of focus on career. You will have the moon in Sagittarius, by the way. Again, great. It's your 10th house of career. So, and fame and whatever. You're gonna feel very adventurous. The Sagittarius energy is very like taking risks. Earth signs, if you are a cross watcher, if you do watch for your rising or your moon or for your coach or, your sister-in-law, Becky, it doesn't matter, earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and I'm throwing in the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and you are going to feel these aspects the most with Venus, yeah? You got planets 26, 29 degrees in any of those signs, you're up there, you're going to feel it the most, Pisces. Now, Friday, January, so Mars is going to square Chiron and Eris. 24 degrees. So there may be something here with a friendship. Did you loan a friend money? Is there something there or an organization? Maybe it doesn't have to do with money. It could be something about your self-worth, self-value. Just know this is Mars squaring his sister Eris, the divine goddess warrior. There's a little bit of nothing I will talk about in the second spread. Now, Saturday, I hope you've strapped the fox in, because Saturday, January 17th, you got Venus, sextile Neptune in your sign. This is bringing opportunities for romance and compassion, the arts, imagination, your dreams. This is that. Is this really happening energy? Because it's so spiritual, it's magical and inspiring. But you got the sun, this high frequency vitamin D, sextiling Saturn and trining Uranus as well. Yeah, the same thing that Venus did. Remember, those planets in Capricorn are traveling together. That means Mars is going to do the same thing next week. Okay, so the sun is this life force, as you know, it's the way you express yourself. And this weekend, you will have presence. That's why I really want you to take advantage of this with the Venus aspects. All right. You, especially with the sextile to Saturn, that again is in your sign. And this only happens twice a year when you get the sun sextile Saturn. And the next time it happens will not be in your sign. All right. And that'll be in June. That's going to be all about money for you. All about money. Now, here's the thing. You could have some really great opportunities here for leadership roles. You could feel extremely optimistic with whatever your goals are. Your determination could be through the roof. And with the trine to Uranus, the same thing happens twice a year. The next time is September. And yeah, that's going to be very different too, because Uranus will be in Gemini. A lot of y'all are going to move out of the blue. We'll talk about that in September, but here you are going to be more open to change. Like I said, you're going to be taking risks. You're going to experience breakthroughs. That feeling of feeling stuck, it's gone. This is Uranus shaking things up, and it's in your third house. Third house isn't just communication and the mind and siblings. It's movement. It's Mercury. So, and by the way, it is also selling things. That's why a lot of you are going to be launching businesses. You're going to have these opportunities. Your brain is going to discover like a whole batch of endorphins that you didn't even know existed. The third house is the mind. So try new things. Try new things. Okay. It's the sun in Capricorn. Yes, it's a little bit more conservative, but there's something here with friendships and groups and organizations and social media. It's all about your future. There are opportunities up for grabs for you here. This is going to be, it's very, like, it's that feeling of, oh, I've got one life to live. I'm going to make the best of this. Anything is possible. That type of optimism. All right. And you've got Mercury conjunct Mars. Remember, this is sharp, but it's grounded. It's you planning strategically about your future, you making very important decisions, maybe very, you know, structured announcements as well. This is just walking the walk, talking the talk, shoulders back. Just remember, it can be sharp. Yeah. It can come off a little, it has an edge to it. So it can be a little bossy, assertive, Cersei Lannister. You listen, the moon is already in Capricorn at this point, and the moon Capricorn, it's no nonsense. You're just getting the job done. And on that same day, you got Venus moving into Aquarius. All right. So this is the only non-water earth planetary. This is an ingress. This is great. You're going to love this. Venus is moving into your 12th house. That's your home. All right. So yeah, you're on a whole other dimension at this point because this is your home. It's very spiritual. It's all about dreams. We're going to have a lot more fun, loquacious, dreamer energy here. Okay. Because Venus feels a lot more free in Aquarius, first of all. And this is where you get to dream big. All right. It's all about what's possible. You're going to be having stimulating thoughts and conversations. You're going to have these psychic hits and flashes. That's the 12th house. It's intuition, it's spirituality, it's healing. You're going to be healing. You're in it to win it, to heal others, especially when all these planets tip over into Aquarius next week. But this is you, being authentically you, embracing your eccentricities rather than being traditional. This is you standing out for that. And friendships become a priority here. And rather than like pointing at things and people and being the boss, you're collaborating. And here's the thing, the 12th house, this is really great. Like I said, that healer energy, you have to connect with others. Okay. And so I really, really love this for you. It's here for the rest of the month, right? Venus and Aquarius. That's where you care less about power and instead you question it. That Aquarius energy, always questioning things. Aquarius isn't just the rebel of the zodiac. Remember, Aquarius is humanity, the collective. Your values shift toward the greater good for all. And then Sunday, January 18th, you got the new moon in Capricorn. All right. This is a very late degree, 28, 29, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everything that you've been working on toward your goals, your legacy, here's your big moment. As long as you have conviction, it's a Saturn ruled new moon and Saturn's in your sign. So by default, this is going to have a big impact on you. You got Mars and Mercury. They're conjunct. They're baked into this. You got the moon, that's new moon. It's going to trine Uranus. Yeah. And Taurus. Therefore, yeah, you're going to get some surprising messages. Communications, emails, things like that. All right. It's sextile Neptune in your sign too. So what does that mean? Well, you got Mars conjunct Mercury, you got the moon trining Uranus, sexiling Neptune and Pisces. You got a mini grand trine here. What does that even mean? It means this is an enormous new moon. It's getting a surge of energy from Mars and Mercury and Saturn and Neptune, both in your sign, and Uranus. And these energies, as you know, will unfold into the week where you already have hugely potent aspects. This is the new moon heard around the world. But you also have Saturn sextile Uranus. Remember, that's happening the next day. But you're feeling it over the weekend. Those are two outer planets. They move slow. You're feeling it all week pretty much. So there's something truly brewing for you that could be breaking from tradition. You got some things to say. It's in your third house. You're thinking differently and you're moving into Aquarius season the next day anyway. Yeah. C'est la vie. All right. There's a lot that's happening for you. And remember, I said this is the last of its kind. new moon in your January forecast. This is a true ending and beginning. And there is a very stark difference between Capricorn energy and Aquarius energy. All right. This is going to be really big because it is in your 11th house. You are set, Pisces. You're all set. Just make sure that you're focused and you're realistic, right? That's Saturn. That's Saturn in your sign. And that you take your goals far. Oh, and yeah, Mercury's going to trine Uranus. And that's another twice a year aspect. You got these rare aspects that are happening right at this new moon. Mercury trine Uranus, that is consciousness expanding. That makes you incredibly open-minded to be more experimental. Remember, Mercury happens to be the lower octave of Uranus. They work well together. They help you innovate. This is stimulating. And like I said, very likely you get unexpected news or announcements, or maybe it's you making a big announcement. This is breakthroughs. This is your awakening. You have to take advantage of this. So please set intentions, okay? Make those executive decisions, make those big moves, lock things in, be the author of your story. Where do you want to be by the time we get to July for the corresponding full moon in Capricorn? This is more than a new moon. It's a portal, and you have incredible potential here. And earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and yes, water signs. Y'all are going to feel it the most. If you got any planets 27 to 29 degrees in any of those signs, those planets are going to be aspected. You're really going to feel it. And if you do, well, you've had a year. If you got planets at those late degrees, 26, 27, 28, 29, they've been hammered all year long. Saturn's leaving. Neptune's leaving. They're not going to be there anymore. Okay? So you're going to start hearing me starting in your birthday season, Pisces, saying pretty much every week, if you have planets between 0 to 2 degrees, like, anyway, Pisces, y'all crack me up. Let's get started. Let's see what is going on for you for this week, okay? January 12th to the 18th for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Cute. All right, Pisces, listen. How are y'all doing? I hope you're having a great week. You ready for your birthday season coming up in 2 months? Well, anyway, I do a traditional occult cross spread, offers the best overview. Yeah, it's especially for a weekly reading. If we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will. Pisces. Secondly, you know, all of y'all are amazing. Thanks so much for being here. What a great week. I'm feeling the energies. Look at what's going on for you. Wow. Wow. Just wait until next week. Y'all are going to be like, oh, there's so much happening. All right, let's do it. Wow. Well, what do we got here? Okay. So yeah, you're very serious. You're taking you. Okay, let's talk about this. You got the 401s. Good for you. Good for you. Maybe there was a contract that came through. Maybe there was an assignment. Maybe that you got married. Maybe you proposed. Anything is possible with the 401s, a card of milestones. You've got a stellium in your 11th. It's very likely there's something that's coming through that has already come through as well. All right. That has been enormously special for you. Wands are it is inspired actions. That's what wands are. They have the spirit of fire, right? It's like fire in your belly. It's also a lot of creative energy. It's very invigorating. It's inspirational. It's your passions. So whatever this is, good for you. This is amazing. Like I said, this is a card of celebration and milestone. There could have been something here that was really, really, really just nice, and it moved the needle forward. So I love this for you. Relationships, that's a big thing. There's so much happening here. It's in your 11th house, your future hopes and wishes and long-term goals and dreams and there's movement, okay? So much that you're in a whole new place where you're like, okay, I am going to get structured now. This is so special. I'm not going to let that out of my sight. I'm going to make sure this thing grows. And yeah, maybe I'll do some penny pitching. Maybe I'm thinking about my future. I'm not thinking about the next 2 months. I'm thinking about my future, the long term. This is Saturn in my sign. This card is a Capricorn card. All right. So this is all about discipline and structure, and it's just a little bit more serious. This is building the foundations of your life. All right. Moving forward. Pentacles. Yeah. This has to do with money. This has to do with, remember, you got the moon in Scorpio beginning of the week. That's all about investments as well. That's what you're doing. You're hunkering down. You're building your bridge. All right. And in the process, don't lose you though. Don't lose you, because it does have a little bit of a feeling of like weight on my shoulders, and then also like unbudgeable. Remember, Uranus is going to be activated. Uranus is freedom, right? So you want to feel that, okay? It's still good to be grounded, but not to the point. You see, he's got a pentacle on his crown. He's clutching one really tightly, as if like everything's going to be taken from him. It's not. He's standing on two pentacles. He's disconnected from Earth. So it is how you structure everything moving forward in a way where it's stress-free. Yeah. You got the moon in your challenge area. And that's why I'm bringing that up, because the moon in tarot, it's attributed to you. All right. So you got your own card in your challenge area. There may be some things that you have to face, as in up here, as in upstairs, as in what are you doing to get in your own way? What are you telling yourself that is impeding you from moving forward? You know, because that's a little bit of just, again, stuck energy. You want to unstick. And then that Three of Swords in your crown, that's a big signature of, yeah, there's a little bit of pessimistic thinking. There's a little bit of you being hard on yourself. And this, you got to let him out. Okay. You got the Fool and the root of your spread. What did I say this week? It's all about taking risks. That's what you want deep down inside. You still want that security, but there's something up here where, yeah, there is going to be some healing that you're going to be doing. Remember, you got that 12th house activated with Venus moving there, right? Venus is love and relationships, but also money. But you've got Saturn in your sign being activated by Venus. So you got to use those to your advantage. This is free. You got the sun. You look at the fullness of the fun sun. Sure, we'll go with that. Of the fun sun. Okay. This is optimism. This is opportunities. There's innocence here. Take that leap. Okay. This is building confidence. All right. What is building confidence? Taking risks. That he's standing on the edge of the cliff. He's not even looking down. He ain't even looking down. He has so much faith in himself. He has so much faith in the universe. This is a brand new journey that you're gonna be going on this week. And so you want to make sure these are left in the past, right? And then you're good. You have the Six of Swords in your future. This is when you say, okay, that happened. Maybe I didn't like it. Maybe that didn't feel good. Maybe that really, really was challenging. But it happened, and I'm not going to be stuck. I am going to move forward. Look at my finger where the turbulent water is. Look at the direction that they're going. There's no undulation in the water. It's smooth sailing from this moment forward. And so that's what this is. Up here, it's a swords. Yeah. And it's, again, it's just movement. It's you freeing yourself. All right. So this looks really good. There's something here where you, again, there is opportunity. Just don't get stuck. All right. Let's get to your stuff. I think I'm going to do something for you. I'm going to do something special for you, Pisces. If you like this reading, by the way, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, all of that. I do want to hear from you. You know I want to hear you. Come, no, you know I want to hear from you, Pisces. And then yeah, and you know y'all are amazing. You know I love y'all. All right, let your Pisces. You know what I'm gonna say. Okay, you're good. You're good. It's this. Don't be hard on yourself. That's what happens when you got 3 planets, the inner planets hammering Chiron, right? In your second house of self-worth, value, right? Don't do that. Use it to empower yourself. Again, should anything happen. Now, you got the star. You're good. This is healing. The star comes after the tower, by the way. All right. And so, if I remember correctly, yeah, you saw your last week's reading. So, this means after the tower moment, you heal and you see everything in your world start growing. This is optimistic thinking. This is hope. This is the stars aligning for you. This is freedom. What I say about this week, it's all about expressing yourself, being able to express yourself. There's a reason why the water bearer isn't wearing any clothes. This is freeness and expression. And yes, this is an Aquarius card. You're about to move into Aquarius season. All about freedom. Queen of Cups. Amazing. You got someone on your side here. There's someone that's supportive. Someone could be Cancer. Queen of Cups is Cancer. So it could be Cancer. It could be a Cancer rising, Cancer moon. But this is someone that's got a lot of empathy. This is someone that's got a lot of compassion. This is someone that's got a huge heart. She leads with her heart. She's got so much love to give. Why? She has so much self-love. Okay? Love is limitless. And so, yeah, it does look like there's someone that could be opening doors for you, someone that could be your emotional support queen. But at the same time, this could also just be you moving into this like self-loved, I'm moving in this direction where I'm going to attract everything that I want because I understand how the law of attraction works, okay? And it starts with self-love. Now, you have the devil. There's some stuff you got to, all right? Remember, right here, we got to let that go. There could be some things getting in your way, right? The devil is codependency. The devil is bad behaviors, addictions. It's pessimistic thinking. That's what the devil wants you to do. All right. And lo and behold, the devil is Capricorn. All right. And remember, Capricorn rules your 11th house of your future hopes and wishes and long-term goals and dreams. That's Aquarian's home. And so there's something here where there's a part of you that's like, I wish I didn't think this way. I wish that, that there wasn't a blockage here. Okay. Remember, it's all about doing and taking action and removing those blockages like you're gonna do with the 6 of Swords in your future. And lastly, wow, you got the Lovers. You're good. You got the luck. You got an Archangel, and your final outcome, you got Archangel Raphael gifting you, blessing you with all this love. What I talk about that sun, right? Look at the full blast of the sun here. More optimism. And the sun only appears in only a few cards outside of the actual sun card. Yeah. This is amazing. And this is saying you got choices. You got choices coming up. It's up to you to decide what to do with what's gifted to you. All right. But you've got to believe in you. And you've got to feel empowered through it all. This is freedom too. Yeah, they're naked too. You're going to be good. This has everything to do with relationships and partnerships and new partnerships. You're being blessed in current relationships. Maybe there's something here where, again, your third house being so activated. Yeah, there could be a contract that comes through. Yes, there could be something that you're signing or agreeing to. Remember, it's all about commitments, long term commitments. You're going to be good. You just got to, okay, hit the road, Jack, because you do see what's happening here. Okay. It's the same people. It's the same two people. You got card 15, 1 plus 5 equals 6. Okay. So which card do you prefer? Which card do you prefer? So there may be a little bit of shadow work you might be doing. There may be a little bit of just up here. It's the way that you're thinking. It's having that new way of thinking, trying new things. Like I said, new approaches, etc. So you're good. You're going to be fine. Pisces, y'all are amazing. Next week, full on shift into Aquarius season. You got that 5-planet conjunction. You got Pluto off the bench. He's about to, with all his conjunctions, and then Saturn and your side sextile Neptune. Anyway, what was I gonna do? I was gonna clarify. I was gonna okay. So I was gonna clarify. Oh, okay. Let me see. Not 4 Pentacles. Come on. Come on. What did I say about being empowered? Feeling empowered. Yeah. I mean, you just got strength. It's all about that inner courage. It's all about knowing that you can have whatever you want. You do create your reality. You just have to have that self-belief. You have to have that inner courage, right? That's amazing. I love that. Okay. So doing some digging. I was going to pull a card. I was going to do this thing. I was going to just pull a card. You're like, what is Pisces' biggest message? We do this in the second spread. But for the second spread, we're going to do a spread just on the new moon. It's to the moon. Pisces. Well, what's the biggest message for Pisces? I'm gonna see. What do you got to know this week? Yeah, there you go. Saddest swords. You got the saddest sword. You got it. You got to be honest with yourself. You got to be honest with yourself. You got to face the things that you've got to face. There's some things. Look at this. What I say about him holding that pentacle really tightly, can't let it go, but at the same time, he's crossing off his heart, right? Crossing off his heart. Strength is all about heart. It's synergy. It's working with all parts of you, all of that. Anyway, 7 of Swords. This is you maybe holding something back, holding something in. And again, it's swords. There's something that you might have to say. There's some truth that you might have to reveal. And it may be hard, but you've got to do it because that is that shadow work. And then that energy, you leave it in the past because you're moving forward with the 6 of Swords in your future. Okay. So that's your big message. Tier 3 members, you know where to find the link. Really good and legendary members. We will talk about the Chiron aspects and Mars square Eris and Chiron, all of that. All right. Anyone's welcome to join for the second spread. Pisces, y'all are amazing. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. I'll see you next week. All right. Bye-bye, Pisces. I love you. You know I love y'all. You know I love my Pisces. I'll see you next